Jerry Mallory here for SB Nation and PrivateTrade.com, here to talk to you about streaks. Okay, if you have a really old pair of underwear, no, not that type of streak, it's the Lions. We're on a 3-game winning streak. We've got the Green Bay Packers coming up Thursday Night Football at home, Ford Field. There's another streak though, not just the 3-game season streak that we're here to talk about. It's the Ford Field streak. Yes, the Packers have not won in Ford Field in a few games. So we remember the whole Lambeau Field thing, 1991, all the bad narrative, the videos, the song that was #1. We got sick of it. Now, it was deserved. We hadn't won in 24 years. It's time to flip that script though. We now own a modest, but it is a realistic streak. We own the Packers at Ford Field. You gotta go way back to the last time the Packers won in Detroit. I'm talking way, way back to the year 2012. Yes, it's a modest 2-game winning streak. It's spanning 3 years at this point. If we win Thursday, it'll be a 3-game winning streak that will span about 4 years. So in that same vein of the last time the Lions won in Lambeau, let's give you some statistics, some things that were going on the last time the Packers won in Detroit, Michigan. Now, in terms of music, the #1 album at the time was a classic. I'm sure some of you are still playing this on your iPod, or what do people play music on now? Your cell phone? I know you're still playing it. It's the classic. It's Taylor Swift's album Red. I'm pretty sure I'm saying that right. I just looked at it on Wikipedia a couple of minutes ago, but I'm pretty sure it's Red by Taylor Swift. That's the #1 album. Like I said, it's an instant classic. Now, in the world of sports, in the NFL, the oldest player in the league that year was the beloved Jason Hanson. Remember all those years before your Freezes and before your Akers? We didn't worry about field goal kickers, even Prater to a lesser extent. This was the era of Jason Hanson. He was the oldest player in the league at that time. Now in baseball, the Detroit Tigers were just ready to win that World Series. Everything was panned out for them. Miguel Cabrera was your MVP. Prince Fielder joining the team. He won the home run derby. Justin Verlander, Max Scherzer, you name it. But it was not them being victorious. They went to the World Series but lost to the San Francisco Giants. Now, November 18, 2012, also in the NBA, it was Kobe Bryant's last productive Hall of Fame-esque season. Yes, this was the last year in which Kobe played a full season, put up great stats. We know he's retiring, so shout out to Kobe. I'm not a big fan, but whatever. That year he averaged 27 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds, and never played another successful season after 2012 and 2013. Now, we look now, and you've got the dab, and you've got the whip, and the nay-nay. Those are the popular songs and dances of 2015. And I'm not a big fan of either. And it's jumped the shark when you got guys like Frank Beamer, doing the dab. It's dab, dab. I don't know, I'm getting old. But I will say we've come a long way, because 3 years ago, the dab and the nay-nay of that time, it was Psy with Gundam Style. I don't even know if there was a particular name for this dance. You remember the video. It was bad, man. You saw it at every wedding reception. You saw it on every kid spoof video on YouTube. The scary part, not only was this the dance of choice in 2012, it was the #1 video on YouTube that year. I've got something even scarier. Gundam Style is the #1 video in the history of YouTube with that's right, I'm putting up 2 fingers, 2 billion views. I probably played a role in that. I apologize. I'm sure you have too. Shame on you, universe. I'm disappointed in all of us that 2012 was the year of Gundam Style. Now, in terms of Pride of Detroit, you got the old school logo right there. Sean Yule was still doing his thing. And yes, we had videos back then too. There's a very dapper gentleman that did videos. Let's take a quick look. Jerry Mallory here, SB Nation, PrivateTrade.com. Let's talk Detroit Lions 2013 draft. Just kidding. Although at this point, we're getting closer and closer to having that discussion. Remember that years ago, we started talking about the draft after about week 5 or week 6. Last year, we didn't have it. This year, it's slowly fading away. We lose at home to the Green Bay Packers. Now, there's a lot of blame to pass around. All right, guys, I was a little younger there. A little lighter, but that's okay. I watched the Creed movie. I'm all ready to work out now. I even bought an elliptical last month. Maybe I actually will get on it this month. I'll be back into my 2012 fighting shape. But seriously, guys, it's a modest streak. We have had success against the Packers the last few years. Even before we lost in 2012, we had some victories. Hopefully it continues. Matt Stafford said at the beginning of the year, he was sick of splitting with Green Bay. And what he was saying was, we've had success against Green Bay at Ford Field, but he was sick of splitting. He wanted to win at Lambeau finally. Well, half of that is done. It's going to be important and up to him and the rest of that offense, because it's going to take more than 18 points to get that done. If you're sick of splitting at Green Bay, Stafford, and Detroit Lions, this is the prime opportunity to seize a team that's still good, but at this moment, they're reeling. Predictions, I've got our team winning 30-27 in overtime. Matt Prater with a game-winning kick, 50 yards, making us forget all about the future Hall of Famer, hopefully, and Jason Hanson. So, what are your thoughts? What were you doing in 2012? What do you expect to see from this game? Should be a good one. I want to thank each and every one of you for watching.